Jay. There you go.
Randy and Jay have also gotten help to prepare for that other unbearable conversation, the one Jay will have in days to come. They're guided by Dr. Michelle Reese.
In very simple terms, that mommy or daddy got so very sick that their heart couldn't beat anymore.
What do you think?
One of the things that we were told was, don't talk about dying as like going to sleep. A lot of young children, if you use that as your metaphor, will be afraid when they go to sleep that they're going to die too.
Auf Wiedersehen. Adios. Goodbye. Sayonara. There are lots of different ways to say goodbye.
He is also leaving a someday message for Jay.
Certainly, I want her to be happy, and I want the kids to be happy. And if that means her remarrying, I'm all for it.
On questions of religion, Randy says he'd like to keep those private. He told us his late father, a Presbyterian, was the most Christian man he'd ever met, and he often returns to a familiar prayer.
Well, you know, the serenity prayer is not a bad thing for anybody.
God grant me
the strength to change the things I can, the serenity to accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference.
For Jay, a different phrase.
Was there something you've read, something someone has said that is what you repeat to yourself in the darkest times now?
I have everything I need.
She's used it in a kind of meditation.
But are you saying today, at this point, you have a kind of peace?
Yes. Yes. For better, for worse, it is what it is, and I can't change the fact that Randy has cancer. I can't make those tumors go away, no matter how much I would want to. So it is what it is, and I have to live with that, and in order to do so, I accept the circumstances. I accept the conditions upon which we are living. I do. And I am at peace with that. Don't like it, but I accept it.
But can you put an N with me?
On a family trip to Orlando, the night at the hotel, we watched Randy put the kids to bed with the questions he asks them at the end of every day.
Okay, here we go, Pumpkin.
Randy, at bedtime, he asked them questions. What was the best thing about your day?
What was the best part of today?
Playing with Mommy.
Okay, what was the worst part of today?
Playing with you.
Playing with me? Are you joking me?
Yes.
You are. Okay. Sleep, Logan, sleep, Logan, sleep, Logan, sleep.
So let's say you're in your pajamas. What was the best thing about your day and what was the worst thing about your day?
Well, first off, I'd say the day's not over yet. So there's always a chance that there will be a new best.
And on Halloween, Randy, Jay, and the children dressed as the Incredibles. And before we take a break, something I promised Randy and Jay I would say to you. If by any chance any of you ever see the Pausch family, just remember, say nothing to the children. They'll learn at the right time. When we come back, some of the people who say Randy simply changed their lives, and he gets a chance at something he never thought he would do.
Never lose the childlike wonder. It's just too important. It's what drives us. And there I actually have a picture of me dreaming. And I did a lot of that.
It's a famous event in the Pausch household when Randy was a little boy and asked to paint some of his dreams on the walls of his room.
And the great thing about this is they let me do it. And they didn't get upset about it, and it's still there. If you go to my parents' house, it's still there. I'd always wanted a submarine and an elevator.
Well, they put up disco sucks, and I made them take sucks out. That's the only hand I had in it.
And anybody who's out there who is a parent, if your kids want to paint their bedroom, as a favor to me, let them do it. Okay, it'll be okay. Don't worry about resale value on the house.
And all the people who watched his lecture have answered the call. Peter Riebling of Virginia let his daughter do it. Diane Gregory let her son. Carol Castle's daughter, Kelsey, wanted shocking pink.
I'm like, why do you want to paint your room Pepto-Bismol?
But because Kelsey had also watched Randy's lecture, she painted some bricks on her shocking pink walls.
Let me let you in on a little secret.
And not only that, in schools across the country, students have begun to perform Randy's speech.
You see, the brick walls are there
to give us a chance to show how badly we want something.
A faltering beauty queen in Kent, Ohio, didn't quit.
And he helped me achieve my dream.
A businessman hands out copies to his employees. A minister uses the tape to inspire song at choir practice. And in California, a breast cancer patient, Kajay Lane, watched and took heart.
His positive attitude just kind of lifted that fear out of me.
Alfred Nicolosi of Salem, New Jersey, battling illness and depression, cleaned his house and began to live.
Randy's life turned mine around.
You just have to decide if you're a Tigger or an Eeyore.
In Gold Beach, Oregon, Barb with terminal multiple myeloma.
If he can do it, so can I.
If I don't seem as depressed or morose as I should be, sorry to disappoint you.
I love that line.
She packed up and moved across country to be near her grandchildren.
I'd like them to remember me as the fun grandma.
Randy Pausch says maybe you should keep a crayon in your pocket so the smell can remind you when you were young and thought you could fly. He still has the list he made as a little boy. Impossible dreams. Win stuffed animals. We know how that one ended. Write an article in the World Book Encyclopedia. He can check that off too. But we noticed there was something on Randy's list that had long been out of reach.
All right, let's talk about football. My dream was to play in the National Football League. And most of you don't know that I actually no.
We were with Randy at one of his doctor's appointments. We'd made a couple of calls, and producer Jeff Martz told him there was an invitation.
This Wednesday, the Pittsburgh Steelers were wondering if you wanted to come to practice and maybe toss around a football.
You have got to be kidding me.
So bring your sneakers.
Wow. Wow. That will be so cool.